Yeah, we never really tried and design an album. So this just came, these songs just started revealing themselves almost to us, and these sounds. And for us, it was just quite refreshing. It sounded like Royal Blood. It had the riffs, it had big sounds, big drums, and it was just us two playing. But it started to get this swagger to it and this groove, um, and it was kind of like the music that we would listen to once we've come off stage, and we'd want to carry on the party. And it was like those big like Daft Punk and Just East and even the Bee Gees or whoever, like proper dance party music. And I think those things just remind us of having a good time and having a party together. So we've always been influenced with those kind of bands and that kind of music. So we've just put a little taste of it into this new record, and I've kind of tried to do something a little bit different with rock music, and our band. Yes, I mean, I'm not afraid. I would understand why some people would not like it so much, but that's cool because there's going to be new fans that like it, and music is so subjective, and there's so much you like. You don't need to buy a record anymore. You know, you buy a subscription to everything, and people's music tastes and genres it's all over the place now, which is it's a great thing for music. And I think if you focus on going down the straight and narrow and a band having one thing that they can do, is I kind of describe it as if you're eating a tub of ice cream, would you want another tub of ice cream straight after you finished that tub, or would you want like that ice cream is great, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that ice cream. It's great, but too much of the same thing can make the first thing the ice cream not taste as great as it once was. And so you have to change things up a bit, and you can always come back to the ice cream. That's all fine, but maybe add some sprinkles to it every now and again. Yeah, I can't really say, really. I think for this moment in time, this is what we're doing and this is our thing. But I think as a band, you've got to evolve and you've got to grow and you've got to learn from, even if this was all a big mistake and we went a total off route, you only know that if you've done it, you know. And if we could always play it safe. We could always go and write another Royal Blood rock and roll record, and people would love it, and that's fine. But we wouldn't grow. We wouldn't be growing as people, as musicians, as people's tastes wouldn't grow in music. And yeah, I think it's important to grow and evolve and take risks. Yes, in a good way, though. It gave us more time. Really, we had an album that we were recording in March 2020, and we had most of it recorded, but then lockdown happened, had to go home. And during that time, another batch of songs were written. And so when we got to go back to the studio, we had these 4 new songs that were quite pinnacle. There's Typhoons, there's Limbo, they were all written at that time. And yeah, it changed the record completely. And you don't normally get that time to do that. It's quite a special thing, time to reflect and see what we've done and also better it. For us, there was something every day that was and it was just ramping up, getting wilder and wilder, really. I remember not being blown away by filling a venue of 200 people on one of those early tours, and that's kind of when it just started building and building and building. And it was strange because we had been playing these songs a little while, and for all of a sudden to get this attention and stuff, and you do grow with it. And for a lot of people, it is they saw us as a overnight success kind of thing, and it happened so quickly. For us, which it did happen quickly with the band, but for us personally, we've been making music together for a long time and had really struggled with making any money from it. And we're kind of just doing this band because we love making music together. And for us to start getting known and our music getting heard everywhere was a quite a nice payoff, really, because we felt like, we've been doing it for so long, and we really put everything into our music. Incredible. Well, at the start, for anyone to talk about our music was really, really lovely. And then you get people like, say, Jimmy Page and people like that, who have inspired us to do what we do. And when they say such nice things like that, it's really gives you a lot of gives your ego a bit bigger, but also gives you a lot of confidence, because it's nice to have a pat on the back from someone like that.